So just a heads up, reminder, HD, 881, HD. This is all looking real nice in HD. Okay, so we're gonna start the comedy. That was a little bit of comedy, but I'm sure Greg is gonna step it up like a lot of bit. So let's welcome Greg Hutt to the stage. Give it up for Greg.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't look better in HD. That's HD is actually a bad thing at this moment. Guys, I gotta warn you right off the bat. This is the least sweaty I will be all night. All right, like it's all downhill from here, guys. Like I'm basically like the Kool-Aid man. If the Kool-Aid man was slowly losing structural integrity. All right, like that's how I work. So front row, put your splash gear on. You know, it's gonna get weird. All right, I can feel the tension in the room already. I'm gonna get straight to it. You know, I don't like to hear tension. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's this guy's sex life like? Great question, guys. Great question. My sex life is a lot like an episode of The Walking Dead. All right? It's mostly boring, but occasionally, it's absolutely terrifying. All right? That's a thing, people. Good looking crowd here tonight, right? Looking good. Got some young people in the crowd, you know, and since I've started doing comedy, one thing I came to this weird realization was that there's a decent chance that any night I go out, there's someone in the audience who is conceived to the song, Whoop, There It Is. All right, that's totally possible. Like, I just like to imagine that night though, you know, it's like your parents went out, you know, they went to see a romantic movie like D2, The Mighty Ducks, right? Emilio Estevez, guys, that's a panty dropper, right? You know, went out and saw it, came home, and your dad gave your mom the old knuckle puck. You know what I'm talking about, right, guys? No? Yes? No? I like it. You're on board. So I'm very happy that the holiday season is over, guys. I'm extremely happy we are not doing that anymore. It's painful for people like me, guys. For a lot of you. I mean, I can feel the pain in the room right now, but I got real tired this winter of people coming up to me, absolute strangers, and telling me I'd be a great mall Santa. All right? That's why. You know, I went to college, you know, I've got dreams, you know, like, but I'm always wondering, like, what exactly makes me mall Santa material, right? So I ask it, what jolly? You know, I always hear that. They're like, oh yeah, you got the beard. They get to jolly. But they're always like, you know, you're a jolly guy, right? You know, jolly, right? You know, that's what they're hoping for. You know, they want to see if I jiggle like a bowl full of jelly, right? It's not how I jiggle, guys. I jiggle like a bag of Canadian milk. Right. It's still moving, but nobody wants to see it, you know? Right? It's not that thing, you know? So I'm fairly new to Colorado, all right? I've been here about a year. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, all right? It's great. I'm from Nebraska, all right? Any Nebraskans in the room? Good, stay quiet, all right? These people are animals. They will tear you apart, all right? It's tough being Nebraskan. I went from being the most fuckable guy in the bar, right? Nebraska, we have an O-line fetish. Like, I'm good, you know, I'm prime pickings, you know? And girls come up and say, I want to be pancaked. It's an O-line thing, guys. That's a lot of bowlers in the room. I like that. Real nice. But it's weird, though. It's like Colorado, everyone is in good shape, right? Like, this is the state of in shape, right? It's basically the answer to the question, what if an entire state signed up for CrossFit, right? Like, that's Colorado, right? Like, I feel like you stop fat people at the border, tag them with a Fitbit, you know? Get stepping, fatty. We got standards here, you know? You're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy Lynch, you know? Oh, Dorothy Lynch, nothing? I love that joke. The good one. So, yeah, I have a Fitbit, right? They got me, you know? I like it, you know, it's nice. when I got this, I was like, the Fitbit is going to change my life, right? It's going to revolutionize everything I'm doing in my life because it's going to tell me how many steps I take all day, right? Great idea, right? The problem is it tells me every single step I take all day. Guys, I had 347 steps yesterday. That's ridiculous, right? Like Stephen Hawking had more steps yesterday than I did. Right? You're groaning. You're like, why pick on Steve? Trust me, he's the only person when you Google famous person in wheelchair, all right? The only one left. Christopher Reeves left us. Oh, how to kill a room. Doing a master class right now. Enjoying it, guys. It's good though, but I'm trying to lose weight, right? The Fitbit is a good start. My sister-in-law was like, Greg, you should get into yoga. It's done wonders for me. I love it. Now, all I can tell about what yoga is to her is an excuse to wear yoga pants and eat quinoa, right? Like that's all it is right now. I'm like, if you want to study yoga, you need to study under a yogi, not some guy named Steve who likes fucking the easily impressionable, right? Like that's totally different things here, guys. The yoga contingent is gonna downward dog me afterwards. I didn't know what that is. So yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, right? I'm down 60 pounds. All right, thank you, right? Only 140 more to go. It's a long road. I'm calorie counting. Any of you guys done this? Real fun. It's like, you know how much fun dieting is? You know what makes it better? Math, right? It's amazing. Like, I love it, guys. It's fantastic, but I lost some weight. And if you've ever lost like a big chunk of weight, you know that you start feeling good, right? You start walking around, you're literally lighter on your steps, you're floating around, right? I got a little cocky, all right? I know this. I shouldn't have, but I did, right? I thought I was Target skinny. What I mean by that is I thought I could buy clothes at Target. Oh no, right? I showed up at Target. We had a sales associate come flying out of nowhere, gave me a Dikembe Mutombo like finger wag, like no. It's like, get your ass back to Walmart with your people. So I went to Walmart. You know what? She was right. They are my people. Walmart is a great place, guys. Like, people shit on Walmart all the time. But if you're having a bad day, if you're having a bad week, guys, if you're having a bad life, go to fucking Walmart, all right? Like, you're going to go there and someone is going to make you feel better about all of your life choices, right? In the land of mobility scooters, the walking man is king, ladies and gentlemen, all right? We're doing it. We made it, This election season's been weird for me. I'm a big Bernie guy, all right? All right, among friends. Yeah, I was the precinct captain for the Fightin' 204. We had a lot of fun last week, And then my mom showed up and screwed up everything because she told me she's planning to vote for Trump. I was like, I don't understand how that happens. She won't even watch his TV show because she thinks he's a dick. But now she's going to vote for him. And then she said, well, Greg, how are you going to vote? And I said, well, I'm voting to put you in a home. This is quick onset senility. I was like, I didn't know lean cuisines could give you brain damage, but they do, guys. They do. Oh, you're like, ooh, he went at his mom. This guy has no boundaries. Correct. It's fun, though. It's fun, though. I like being here. Being in Colorado has been great. Prior to this, I've been living in Asia for 10 years. All right, I got out there. I was roaming the world a little bit, seeing stuff. It was a lot of fun, guys. Met a wonderful lady when I was out there. Met a Spanish lady, actually from Spain, not from Mexico. I'm not a redneck. It's great. You know, we fell in love, right? And I'm like, I need to bring her back to the U.S., right? We need to do this. We need to get this done, you know? And real quick, have any of you ever tried to import a human being before? Yeah, you know how much fun the DMV is, right? Like, just double down on that, all right? That's what all this is like. I am basically a human trafficker with a 100% success rate, guys. Like, I killed it in 2015, you know? Absolutely loving it, you know? But now we're getting into it, you know? We're getting into this whole green card process, which is weird and interesting and weird again, you know? Like, they ask you a lot of questions that I never thought the government would ever ask me, right? You know, me and my wife, right? And like, they start off, they're like, are you a polygamist? I'm like, well, fair enough. I'd like to know that too. You know, like, this get real weird real quick, you know? Like, we're close to Utah, but we're not quite there, you know? Right? You know, and then they're like, have you ever been a communist? You know, have you ever been a Nazi? You know, and I'm like, relevant questions, right? And then probably my favorite question of the batch was, have you been a prostitute in the last 10 years? Not have you been a prostitute, guys. Only in the last 10 years. Like, apparently the U.S. is into retro whores, guys. No digital, you know, right? It's weird. I'm like, what a weird question to ask. You know, I just imagine them going out to Ellis Island, right? You know that poem out there? Give us you're tired, you're hungry, you know, the huddled masses yearning to be free, right? Give us your late 90s, early 2000 whores, right? Give us those Limp Bizkit whores, you know? America's doing it all for the nookie, guys. That's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it. Fun. I like, one thing that's been fun being back in the U.S. is I get to be with my family a lot more than I used to, right? You know, I get to see my family. And I've discovered that there's a certain dynamic at play with my family now that we're all adults, right? My parents view us in a certain way that I didn't really see before. And the best way to explain this to you is to explain a situation I had the other day. I was walking by an old used car lot. Right? Not one of those new flashy ones, right? Like one of the old ones where they have the cars out front with the stickers on the windshield, right? Saw the first car, luxury, right? Next one, leather. Third one, speedy. And then the fourth one said, we finance. All right, it's like that Nissan Sentra did nothing to anyone, right? You can't judge it. It was born that way, right? And I think of it and I'm like, that's a lot how my parents introduced me and my siblings. All right? It's like my older brother, champion swimmer. Younger brother, record-setting college pitcher. Sister, All-American volleyball player. Greg, great imagination. Very creative, guys. Don't worry, though. I got him back. I made him go to 3 years of high school musicals. That's cruel and unusual, guys. Hello, Dolly. Nobody should see Hello, Dolly. All right, guys. I think this is the end of my set here. I have one more little bit for you. I love being here in Colorado. I love being here in Denver. This place is awesome. The other day, I had the most Denver experience possible. Absolute most Denver experience possible. I was late for a Bernie Sanders organizing meeting because I was too busy buying pot. Denver as fuck! All right, thank you very much, guys. I've been Greg Hutt.
Yes. I've been in that situation before. Gotta admit. So, Greg, how did you get into comedy?
Oh, I was loud and obnoxious for free for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I gotta pay the big bills, huh?
Yeah.
Or come down to Denver Open Media.
Exactly.
So do you have any shows coming up? How can we connect with you?
Let me see. I've got a show coming up in April that I know of. Really, guys, I'm just out every night of the week. There's plenty of great open mics all across the city. Like, get out there any night of the week. There's fantastic comedy.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't really have one. I could just say
do you have a Twitter,
things.
Facebook?
Twitter, yeah. I have Greg the Hutt. All right. Look me up on Twitter or Facebook. I'm one of the Hutts.
What are the Hutt? All right, great. So everyone connect with Greg the Hutt. Twitter. I don't do Twitter, so I'm like,
I don't
Twitter.
either.
I don't. That thing. You all know, right? Thank you so much for being here this
Cheers.
evening. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Pleasure.